update my internet, and you know that gets hard. You know, it really gets hard at times, yes. So you guys know the drill, like always. If you guys are watching it during the rewatch, either on the PS4 and this live from my YouTube account, which is on Jazzy Entertainment, and we always wait after the 3-minute mark, and if it's still going after the 3-minute mark, that means we're good to go for gameplay. And that's what I like to do, because that lets me know, hey, okay, it's good to go for gameplay, yada yada yada. And I will try to give you guys, you know, the best of, you know, what I do. And we always try to talk about something. Right now I'm letting the notifications be known that I am live. Okay, so it's almost past the 3-minute mark, not quite. Just sent out some notifications through my IG page. Let's see if we can get people in here. Good news is I do have the party audio on, so you guys can also, you know, join in on the conversation, or just talk, stop by, say what's up, things like that. If you guys have a microphone that's going, things of that nature. So I'm live. Get this going. It's almost past that 3-minute mark. Almost. Once it hits the 4-minute mark, man, we'll be good to go. Okay, let's go on ahead and do this. So, as I was saying yesterday, I think, you guys need to check out that, you guys know the Flashpoint, with the Flashpoint movie, where he runs into Thomas Wayne's Batman? Well, what they need to do, they need to make an animated movie based off the book, the Flashpoint book of, Thomas Wayne as Batman, because it's more darker, and actually have the graphic novel, and I really recommend it. I really recommend it, because in that one, Killer Croc actually eats people and keeps them as like his prisoners for food. Martha Wayne is actually the female Joker. She turns lesbian because she has her own Harley Quinn, per se. I recommend it, man. So you guys need it. So you guys are looking for a good read. I highly recommend that. They got several others with the Penguin. I'm coming up to the surface. You know, Thomas Wayne's Batman versus the Penguin. And the Penguin is a bit different. Now that one I never checked out, or even bothered to check out. I just never saw the point in it. But, you know, some of them are out there, you know, as a reader, well, I'm not really a reader, but as a fan, I did check it out, and I do own it, and I do recommend the book. Like, it's really good. I want to see if we can get some of these trophies. So before we do anything, we're going to try to get some of these Riddler trophies. How do we get up there? Figure out a way to get up there. I don't want to leave just yet. We're going to make an effort to try to get the trophies. See what else we can find too, so let's see. And again, the audio party is on, so people can join in live and just chat it up, man. You know what I'm saying? Just listen, you know, chill, talk, things like that. Nature. Everyone's invited. Doesn't matter. So, like I said, I'm really enjoying this. You know, I've done the game thing about, I started a little middle of late of last year, and you know, I'm not no professional at it. Like, I was new at it, still am a bit new, and I'm trying to see maybe where I can go with it. You know, like I said, I'm not gonna be the biggest fan of, you know, every franchise that comes out, because I'm just not a huge gamer like that. You know, I'm just not a huge gamer like that. But you know, like, you know, I'm just not a huge gamer. I still consider myself new to this, even though I've been doing this for almost now about a year, and it has been enjoyable for the most part, and I am having fun with it. Now what I'm doing, actually, before I start getting in now, there's been some games that I have played that I just didn't care for. Like, I like Dragon Ball, but the thing is, when I played Xenoverse, I didn't care for it. Like, I don't know, man, there's something about it, like, I just didn't care for. Like, I do like that they not following the formula of every game that kind of just really repeats itself story-wise. Like, I know it's based off of manga, and then you have the TV show and things out of that nature. You know, and I fully get it. Don't get me wrong, I really do. When Xenoverse came out, it was more like timelines, you know, collapsing with each other, I do believe, or people trying to corrupt the timeline, which I like the idea, I like the story for it. However, and I say however, not in a negative way, but in a way of like just, yeah, type of way, to where, for me, as trying to play it as a player, but then also viewing it as a fan with the controls, I had a problem. I get they wanted But God, I mean, I don't know how to really explain it, but it really wasn't for me, because a lot of it felt really off, and it just wasn't for me. Now I want to play Dragon Ball Fighter Z, because that's how the Z games should be made in terms of controls and fighting, not so much open world like. Like I said, I know the exact name for what I'm trying to find, but that's what is great, since it's not followed by anything. I like that it has more to do with what I prefer as spiritual possession, and that you get 3 different arcs: Saiyan, the villain arc with it, and then the android one, and you get everyone's point of view on what happened, which is really great, and what I like.
My name is Dr. You understand me?
Skip all that. But then the next game I kind of play for the PS4. I don't know. I just gotta be honest. Like, it was okay, but it felt going into it weird, because you have to do these practice type fights and certain things just to unlock the story mode. And what I'm talking about is Mortal Kombat X. And I got okay in it, you know, I got a bit far with the story, but after about a while, I just really didn't care anymore. Like, it just, you know, really, it wasn't my cup of tea. It didn't work for me. It didn't give me the same fun feeling like the originals. Like, I have the first early release. I had the very first early release of the first Mortal Kombat game that came out when the Sega days, when they showed with the blood in it, before they released the edited version without it. So I got the original, and to me, that's the one I like.
Patient interview 17, Joker remains uncooperative. My earlier diagnosis remains true. I believe he enjoys his persona too much.
What's up, Doc?
Today I thought we'd try something different.
I haven't built it.
Dr. Quinzel, I know. He's in the case. I saw him.
What can I say? I'm not sure.
Anyway, I thought it would be good to talk about your childhood.
I haven't heard of the road man stuff. I didn't give up the books for 3 years. You'll have to try hard.
What do you hide?
You hear me? That's my bad, Doc. I will have you wrapped in plastic and left in that gutter.
Next guy is over there. Okay. Okay. To anyone looking into gaming, I do recommend it. I recommend it. It is fun. It's enjoyable. it is a bit expensive, and I know a lot of gamers don't share like the stuff that they use, how do you within the streaming, and a lot of the how do you record it, things out of that nature. And that's because a lot of them don't want to share their secrets, you know. And what I use for PS4 is a capture device. I don't know quite the name, but it's like a kind of like the size of a small wallet, and it is expensive. It really is. You're looking at least almost around the $300 range. The mic part of the you know, has it input, output, and then the mic put in front. Now, I gotta be honest with you guys, for that, if you're like, because you have the USB front where you plug in the USB for like a flash drive to record your gameplay, and if you're trying to do commentary over it, like without going live, then it won't work. So what I use while I'm doing this live, I got 2 mixers, 2 microphones, and I have some, you know, because I do music, so I got leftover studio equipment that works for the capture device when I go live, plus a USB mic as well. That's why you guys are hearing me, and just things plugged up. So I think what I might do, rather than explaining it, because it's gonna be a bit jumbled, is that what I would probably do, I don't know when I'm gonna get to it. What I'm thinking about doing, I'll probably just unhook everything and do a YouTube tutorial video on just how I hook my stuff up, and then get it to go to where you guys can do the voices over stuff like this and live and all that, rather than trying to tell you, because I know I'm gonna get a lot of people lost and confused just trying to explain it like this. So it's best to show than to me trying to explain. Now, I like that it's easier to record and live stream on the PS4 with the new stuff that we get with how technology is. I would like to do it with the Xbox 360 when I get one again, but the Xbox 360 it was ahead of its time, because you had the apps and stuff like that, but you just had to pay for so much, and had to have this hooked up with this, and that hooked up with that, this hooked up to this laptop, things like that, and blah blah blah. I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about, those who looked up those videos and just got on YouTube, and that was just so much just for like a couple of things, and it was a headache. I'm pretty sure that the Xbox One doesn't have that problem, that it has the same kind of settings, easier to do, just like with the PS4 now. The only thing is that what I don't like that these companies are now doing is they won't let you go back and play some of the older games. Like, for example, like I'm playing, you know, like I grew up as a PlayStation guy, and then we all know how the PS3 did. We all know that went to shit. That's why everyone switched to 360, because 360 was on what the hell was I saying? Oh yeah, because the 360 at the time was out there, you know. They were killing it. But what I don't like now is they're taking out the features to go back and play some of the best older games that you would for the PS2. Because it would be nice for me like what I like, you know, to be able to play a PS2 game, put a PS2 disc in the PS4, live stream it like this, or even pre-record it with the capture device. And I think that's something that we all would like for it to happen. And they can make it happen, but they choose not to, which I don't like. Now I know there's little tricks to do all that, like one I seen off a video, and it's legit, but I haven't tried it myself. But the only problem is that you probably have to start over, maybe, to pick up where one left off at, you know. And that's something I just don't want to have to go through the hassle doing. Or just like with the Xbox One X, what is the Xbox One X, right, or whatever the hell it's called? You would think that they would let you play the 360 games, right, along with the Xbox back in the day games with that, and be able to do the things you still, you know, be able to do now, like pick up where you left off at on the game the next day, stream the game, capture it, things like that, without having to rebuy the system. Now I got a PS time, you know, things of that nature. Now I know that you quote unquote capture the game now, but you have to buy something called the Elgato, which is for the older systems. But the Elgato is expensive. Like, some I've seen, the main prices I keep seeing is like $500, $600, and that's like, ugh, that's like almost my monthly paycheck.